I've reviewed dozens of electric scooters this past 12 months, and I've been super excited by their just steady improvement in quality. Now, today what I'm going to share with you are the top electric scooters for big guys. I'm a big guy. I'm 6 feet tall, 265 pounds. You know what? And as a result of that, this review is really targeting those guys out there who are concerned about whether the scooter will go up the hill, whether the scooter is going to have a nice top speed, whether or not the battery is going to last in colder weather. I'm going to cover all that in today's video. I'm also going to have full reviews, and if there are any discount codes for the applicable scooter, I'm going to put that down in the show notes down below as well. And if you leave a comment down below that you subscribe to this channel, first of all, thank you, but I'll personally respond in the comment right down below. You'll want to stay to the very end of the video for my favorite Swiss Army knife, if you like, version of the electric scooter. It's the one that I reach for every single week, and I absolutely love it. But first, the most powerful electric scooter that I reviewed over the last 12 months was the Teverun Supreme. What a magnificent electric scooter. It was the most powerful electric scooter. It had the longest range. It had the fastest acceleration. It had a peak 8,000 watts dual motors. Just phenomenal power. 100 kilometers an hour, that's 60 miles an hour top speed, 72 volt, 35 amp hour battery, humongous 11-inch tires, and they're 4 inches wide, self-healing tubeless tires with an NFC tag. Absolutely my favorite, most powerful electric scooter that I tried over the last 12 months. Amazing. The next electric scooter that I absolutely thought was amazing for bigger guys, and this is sort of like the more budget-friendly electric scooter, and that was the InMotion S1. It only had a single motor, 500 watt, peaking out at about 800 watts, but had a humongous battery, and it was really quite comfortable. It got this big guy up and down some of the steeper hills around Victoria, no problems whatsoever, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. It had a max weight of 308 pounds, super comfortable handlebars, a drum brake at the front, and regen braking at the back. And it wasn't too heavy to carry up and down the stairs. So, for the budget-minded electric scooter enthusiast, the InMotion S1 might just be for you. The next category I wanted to cover off was sort of like the go anywhere, do anything type of electric scooter. And I'll share with you that Varla has a very special place in my heart. Varla were the very first company to send me an electric scooter to review. And so for that, I am greatly appreciative. But what they did was really quite special. They came out with the Varla Eagle One Mark II over the last 12 months. And that was remarkable. But they also released the Varla Eagle One Pro. Now, these two electric scooters were pretty extraordinary because not only are they sort of more comfortable and relaxed when you want them to be, they can be super sporty and really peppy as well. They can take you up and down the hills, no problem, and they can take you for longer distances as well. So not just because they're a special place in my heart, but because they're really an amazing all-round electric scooter. Let me just share with you a few of the things that I loved about them. The Pro was faster, with longer range, and it was a 60 volt system, while the Eagle One 2 was a bit more budget friendly and only a 52 volt system, but they both had 1000 watt motors front and rear, and man, were they ever quick. Over the last 12 months, I've had a couple of people being super helpful, and one of them is Jamie. Jamie is a young guy. He does DoorDash, and he loves flying around the city, doing his DoorDash, making money, and it's not costing him a fortune to try out some of these electric scooters, which is great for us. And his favorite electric scooter for the last 12 months for doing DoorDash was the Apollo Phantom. He loved the power, he loved the regen braking, and he just loved how far he could go with it. The Phantom has dual 1200 watt motors. It is also a 52 volt system, but it has a bigger 23.4 amp hour battery. So if you're doing DoorDash, if you're doing riding around the city and doing deliveries, take a look at the Apollo Phantom. It's so smooth. If you're looking for a really compact, tiny little electric scooter, something that's going to still get a big guy up and down some hills and get a little bit of distance from him, but you want to carry it onto like a subway or a bus or even throw it in the trunk of the car super easily, then the obvious choice to me is the U-Scooter GT Sport. It's phenomenal. It even has a crazy top speed of 25 miles an hour, which for a tiny little electric scooter is actually kind of a little unnerving, but it's got plenty of power, gets me up and down the hills, no problems whatsoever. And it is so small and so light. Its power to weight ratio is second to none. So if you're looking for something that's really small and light and you want to carry it around, maybe a university or college campus, then the U-Scooter GT Sport is going to be amazing for you. Before I share with you my favorite electric scooter for the last 12 months, let me share with you some of the runner-ups. The Splash Thunder was super quick. The Varla C Pro was terrific. The Blade GT was amazing, especially for longer rides. But my favorite electric scooter over the last 12 months was the Apollo City Pro, or sometimes now called just the Apollo City. Not only does it have twin 500 watts as an option, which is plenty of power to get this big guy up and down some of the hills, but the battery is not too big, but it allows me just enough range to get around the city without any issues whatsoever. The piece de resistance with the Apollo City is that the IP rating is so high. It means when it's a nasty, foggy day like today, it's been raining, I don't have to worry about it. The other thing I absolutely love about it is the power delivery system. The throttle is so smooth, but what is really amazing is the regen braking. The regen braking is so smooth and so controlling of the electric scooter in its braking system that I hardly ever use the actual brakes themselves. It does come with drum brakes, but I can't even remember the last time I actually used the brake levers to stop. I use the regen all the time, and that's why it's my pick. That's why it's the one that I reach for all the time. In the summer months in particular, I'm pretty much using it every day. Absolutely love it. And if you'd like to see the full reviews of any electric scooters that I mentioned today, as I mentioned, reviews are down below. And if you'd like the discount codes, I'll put those down there as well. And they'll also be on my website.